Survivor story of Nicky Jansen. Today is the day you will probably die. I've lived an interesting, tumultuous life. With lots of ups and downs. I've been depressed since I can remember, although people who don't know me that well would be surprised to hear that. I'm outgoing, I have amazing friends and I love to have a good time. I'm not the wallflower type. Not at all. But living fast, with the help of alcohol and a never a dull moment mentality, I haven't taken much care of myself. Later in life I found out I have a borderline personality disorder. 2 years ago I married Peter, my second husband. He has 3 wonderful daughters, whom I love to the moon and back. We married in the eye of the COVID-19 storm, just to make sure that if one of us would die, the other one would be well taken care of. On May 8, 2021 I had just poured myself a glass of wine and wanted to sit down to read a book. The wine was a Cheerio to my dad, who died a few years ago on that same day. Just before I sat down, I suddenly felt horrible. I can't remember what happened exactly, but I said to myself, this is not good, and dialed the emergency number. In the hospital, Dr. Mechthild Arnold recognized the symptoms and ordered a CT scan. When she came back with the results, she told Peter and me to call the girls and say our goodbyes. She explained I had experienced an aortic dissection and the chances of survival were very slim. This is the day you will probably die, she said. I didn't die. Thanks to Dr. Arnold and her team, that got me into the best hospital in the Netherlands. In the heart of the COVID-19 pandemic, they found me a surgical team that was able to save my life. With long operations, an induced coma for 10 days and many complications. I owe my life to these people. After Dr. Arnold had told me I would probably not survive, my husband Peter and I spent an hour talking, about how we first met, about the good times we spent together, about our love for the girls, etc. Their mother drove the 3 girls to the hospital. I explained to them what had happened to me and we said goodbye. We said farewells. I cannot remember a more tearful and painful moment in my life to see these 3 girls, age 11, 15 and 17 then, burst into tears. When I woke up, I didn't have a clue what had happened to me. I found that out a bit later, when doctors told me the whole story. Peter, the girls and my friends had lived in so much fear for 10 days, because they never knew if I would wake up from the coma, and if so, how I would come out of it. We are 1 year later now, and I feel grateful for every breath I take. The first time I woke up in a hospital bed, in my own room, outside of the ICU, I was glad I saw the sun coming up. I have been glad to see a new day ever since.